Guys, my name is Tommy, and this is the Gallery Backyard Barbecue, and oh, how I love early morning cooks. Up at 5 a.m. prepping, and right now we're about 6:30 or so, and I'm getting ready. I got the Masterbuilt 40-inch digital charcoal smoker warming up, and look what I got today. We got an American Kobe beef chuck roast, and look at the marbling. And my plan today is to run this sucker right into the stall. I think I'm going to go about 250 on the pit. Usually I go about 225, 230, but I got plans tonight, so I don't want any messing around with long cooks. So I'm going to bump it up to 250 Fahrenheit and let it go from there. And again, look at the marbling on this. Oh man. And you know, on a chuck roast, you just let it run, man. There's really nothing. I'm not going to take anything off. All this inner marbling here is going to break down. And this is, I'm expecting something pretty special out of this cut right here. Anytime you get a chuck roast, you want thickness. You want good marbling in here, but you want thickness. Even if you have good marbling throughout the meat, if it's thin, it's just not going to render down good. So, you know, a thick cut of meat, a thick cut of chuck with the, you know, with good marbling is exactly what you want, because all this is going to render down and just add moisture to the inner side of the meat. I mean, this is probably, you know, one of my more favorite cuts of meat. You can do poor man's brisket, you know, like burnt ends. You know, just run it like a like I'm going to do today in slices like a brisket. But yeah, so that's nice. And look, what I'm going to be putting on this sucker is some Gallery Backyard Barbecue labeled competition cow powder. Definitely digging this stuff. And look, if you'd like to order this stuff, I got information down below. Everything on the show is down below. If you don't see it down below, just reach out to me and I'll give you the info that you need. Oh man. Look at that, man. Now look, any little overshot of the rub, just get those sides, because you want to get all the sides also. Yeah. Oh man, that looks good. Look, my pit is just about ready. 220 degrees. We're going to let it go up a little bit more, like I said, to that 250 range. And we're going to take this right up to the stall. I'm probably thinking about 3, maybe 4 hours to the stall. We'll see, and then we'll figure it out. All right, look, I just wanted to take a step back and look at the lighting procedure. That is a big old split wood of post oak. You stick that right in that divider, that partition right there, which you'll use at when you want to keep the pit at 230 to 270, you'll put that middle divider in, and that allows a snake method. And you load it up with about 12 pounds on long cooks, and then you got that little cup type thing right there. You'll stick a cube 2 or starter. I've actually used paper towel, works fine. You'll stick it in there, light it up, and what I like to do is just put a couple of charcoals in there, leave it out, let it burn for about 2-3 minutes, whatever, and then get it inside the pit and leave the door open and let it to continually burn for another couple minutes, and then shut it down, set your temp, and away you go. So look, just be careful here. It's not really that big a deal as maybe it would look. You got a little groove or some tracks right there. This just slides right in. Once it hits the track, it pushes right in. Again, it may look a little dramatic in the dark here, but it's really not a big deal. And again, you leave that door open maybe for a couple of minutes more and let that, let that flame breathe. So look, right there is the heat deflector. You have it up like that. If cooking above 275, you take that partition out of the charcoal, leave it up like that. If you want 230 to 270, have that partition in the charcoal, and you'll flip that heat deflector upside down to keep her at 225. It's all in the manual, and it's quite simple. So the pit is all tuned up and ready to go. We are approximately about 240 Fahrenheit. That is good enough. I'm going to work this on the middle rack. I do have a water pan in. And I also am going to put that tin under the meat. That's twofold. I want to keep my pit clean, my new pit clean. But more importantly, I want to catch those drippings because I'm going to make like an au jus. I'm going to put the meat on a bed of onions. I mean, it's a one kick-ass recipe. Oh, yes. As you see that post oak working quite nicely. All right, guys, look, we are right at the 3-hour mark, and we're going to check out the meat for the first time together. And look, I got one comment about this Masterbuilt 40-inch. Once she stabilizes, so she overshot the 250, probably about 265, 270. But once she's stabilized down to that 250, she hangs right on it, give or take, 2-3 degrees either way. I mean, right now she is 249. I mean, you can't beat that. That is I'm definitely impressed with that. So look, let's jump in and let's take a look at this chuck. Oh yeah. This will be a quick check. We want to get a little apple juice. I got about a 75-25 apple juice water. We'll give it a little spritz down. Make sure there's no hot spots on the pit anywhere. And don't forget to hit the underside of the meat if you can get there. And we got a decent bark. And you see we're in that 146, 147 range. We're going to let her go for about another hour or so. Oh yeah, it's looking good. All right, guys, here's the rundown. It is 4.5 hours in. The Masterbuilt is still holding steady at that 250 Fahrenheit. I'm going to pull her off, get her wrapped up, get her in the tin, and get her back on the pit. Oh yeah, she's looking good. Oh, a nice bark, nice bark. And you'll notice she's still in that 140 to 150 range. That means it's been in the stall for the last hour or so. But more importantly than the stall is you want to make sure you got a nice bark developed. One of the biggest mistakes backyard pit masters make is they pull it because they think they're in the stall, but the bark has not yet formed. You need that good bark. Leave it in the stall. It's no big deal. Gotta have the good bark. I'm putting a little bouillon cube of beef because I want to make a jus, and I'm going to put about not even a quarter cup, maybe an eighth a cup of water in there. That'll get that steam going, get it nicely tightly wrapped, sealed, and she's going to run for about 2 hours more. Oh yeah. All right, guys, look, that is it. We are at the 7-hour mark. I took a quick peek, and she's definitely probing like butter, so she is done. I'm going to get it out. I'm going to get it on the board. I'm going to give it a quick rest. We'll give it a slice. We'll take a look, and we'll do a little taste test. Oh, man. right, guys, look, that's it. Let me get this out on the board and we can have a look at it together. Oh, man. I mean, this thing is falling apart. Oh, man. I mean, I'm just going to cut right here, right through the middle. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I mean, this is definitely looking good. I mean, look, we got a pretty decent smoke ring. We definitely got a lot of fat content in this meat. That must be the American Wagyu, right? Cheers. Man, 100% awesome. You know, look, the Uncle Steve shake does it again. The post oak, I could definitely taste it. It's not overpowering. One thing I have to say about this machine is when you put that post oak or any wood that you use, put in that center divider as that fuel wraps around it, man, she puts out some smoke and a real nice flavor. She definitely ups the 1050 as far as smoke on the food, no doubt about it. Yeah. Oh. Friggin' awesome, man. I love chuck roast, man. What I want to do here is I just want to get a little of that au jus, that little onion mixed in with the meat, and we'll get this all wrapped up. I mean, this is some fatty. I mean, I can tell you with the fat content in this meat, man, this had burnt ends written all over it. Oh, man. This is some fatty. Last one, I promise. Guys, awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm gonna wrap this up. I got some chuck roast videos to check out. I'm gonna dump them here. You check those out. This is a hit. This is a winner. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Cheers.